Right. Call to convene the National Congress. Many prominent members of the party have convened to discuss all matters of the state and organize the Kuomintang into a fully fledged government. The foundation of the Congress will be the 1924 National Congress. The foundation of the Congress would be the 1924 National Congress, which has set up the organized party into an official government. Set up to organize the party into an official government. Subjects varying from reflection of past events to the status of syndicalist elements in our party will be discussed in length. Excellent. Going for without command for this. Corner. Easy coalition. They going against me. Sorry, leftists. Big the YCP, big the Manchu party. Demand the world will submit before launching the national pacification campaign. Alright. KMT votes on adopting official history of the first northern expedition. After much build-up, the Revolutionary Army marched north against the Zili in an effort to unify the country. It failed. Many points have been brought up, such as the KMT lacking the people's support or intervention from foreign powers, specifically Germany. We should decide which of these arguments are more compelling to use as the root cause of the failure to unify the country. Imperialists are traitors. Single property of records is 4%. Lack of support from the people. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go full anti-imperialist on this one. Imperialists are traitors. Imperialists are traitors. They sabotaged our efforts, so it's on them. We don't have enough support. You know what? Imperialists are traitors. I'm gonna say that we didn't have enough support to fight off the Zili. By the way, where the hell are the Zili? Are they like somewhere over here? I think Qing just gobbled them up. Yeah, I think so. Let us see. There's the northern question of ethnic autonomy. Much of China outside the 18 provinces has effectively become independent. There are many ethnic separatist movements. Our goal is to unite all the territory of the old Qing back to a single Chinese nation. With the adoption of federalized ethnic zones inside Equator China allow for the security of the allegiance of the non-Han peoples? No, China must be truly unified. Yes, this is the best way to reunify the country. Now, believe me, I'm a firm believer that making zones for each ethnicity or religion is a bad idea, a terrible idea, because it weakens the country's internal policy, and it basically weakens the country. Because once you have these states all over the place, separatism would be much more likely to happen, and we do not want that. Plus, if we just work on making people live together and accept each other, tolerate living together, it'll solve a lot of problems, to be honest. So no, China must be truly unified. I mean, I've heard this argument a couple of times in a couple of countries, such as, well, I don't know, didn't work for India, alright? Making a country for Muslims and a country for Hindus, that wasn't a good idea. They had wars against each other, a war that turned nuclear, because nuclear are not nuclear, they're different. But since two nations have nuclear weapons. The question of syndicalist parties. You have this party program for developing China plans that only the KMT will be allowed to exist as a fully political party for the period of political tutelage. As a precondition of syndicalist aid, we have made exceptions for the Chinese Syndicalist Party and several other minor urban syndicalist groups. Should the syndicalist parties be given an exception to the ban on public recruitment in the realm of organization to urban labor? No. Tutelage must extend to labor relations. Yes, Chinese labor should be able to choose to join syndicalist aligned unions. Alright, you know what? Oh, tutelage must extend to labor relations. I mean, syndicalists have supported us for a long time, but let's face it, we really want France or Britain to intervene in our internal politics? Yeah, that never went good any place. Go and ask Ireland. That didn't go well. I don't know, go and ask India and Pakistan. Go and ask the Middle East, Egypt. Yeah, trusting British or French, even into China. Trusting British or French to interfere in your own, like colonial powers. Of course, I'm not really talking. I'm talking historically here, but I use this out of context. I'm talking historically. So, letting two European powers, the colonial or syndicalist overlords, control your internal politics isn't really gonna help our final goal of a unified strong China. Status of Whampoa Academy. The Whampoa Military Academy is long gone. However, many in our government and military wish to see it brought back. It is hard to disagree at this point, as our army is woeful and many of our competitors. If we bring it back, we can begin to once again have a strong army, which will make our victory over China all but assured. With all the put to rest, we have two questions. Do we restore it as it is before or give it a modern touch, as warfare has changed since the time of the expedition? We will simply restore the academy. New academy for a new China. Yes, we need to get with the modern times, you know. We need to continue with the modern times to advance, because war isn't gonna stay as it is. War changed from year to year, from decade to decade. Nobody expected the development that would happen in the Great War, World War II. Warfare does change with time. So we need to be ready. Direction of the NRA. With our consideration of southern China, several ideas of how to conduct warfare have emerged. Two ideas have emerged as most prominent, with the first being the possibility of using our vast manpower as our strength. This is particularly unique among the armies of China. However, there's nothing wrong with using a reliable method. The second idea is the modernization of our armies, which will ensure that when it comes to fighting, our soldiers will be far superior compared to the enemy. What shall we do? What shall we go with? Manpower is key to unifying China. Modernization is key to unifying China. I mean, we do have enough manpower, and hold on a second, because this has to do with these focuses. We have decided to prioritize manpower in the Congress. What will this give us? Remove National Spirit Insurgent Army, enable some extra militias ministers. Give surge bonuses to land doctrine, gain an infantry corps, template with 12 division battalions, 1 support artillery, 1 westernized, alright. Modify National Revolution Army by training time -5%. Max planning, think speed, and leadership gain. Gain 1 infantry corps, 7 infantry battalion, 1 support artillery, support group, 1 artillery battalion, 1 recon support group, 1 mercenary division. Mass production. Modern Art 4, which grants land doctrine research speed. Yeah, I am none. Who you want? Infantry, 12 infantry battalions, 1 support artillery, and 1 recon support. 7 infantry battalions, 1 support artillery, 1 support artillery support group, 1 artillery battalion, 1 recon group. Westernized infantry division with unit with regular experiences. Westernized with unit with regular experiences. know what? I think that I believe the manpower is key to unifying China. To be honest, manpower is the key to unifying China. Cause oh man, this isn't gonna be good at all. At all. When it comes to go, when it's time to go against Fen Fentigan, the Feng Tian government, it's not gonna be good. A reflection of previous leaders. We can all agree that both Sun Yat-sen and Chiang Kai-shek did a lot for the KMT. Chiang Kai-shek? Alright, alright, not gonna argue with the Kaiserreich lore. Where it is up for interpretation is whether these figures were good for China. Of course, Sun Yat-sen had many amazing qualities, however he seemed desperate to hold on to power. This could also be interpreted as him trying to make sure the KMT survives. Chiang Kai-shek is up for debate as he did a lot for the military, however, he also oversaw the disaster of the Northern Expedition. Both were good for China, but perhaps we could downplay how much. They are both the father and son of China. Now let's see. They are both the father and son of China. I don't know about Chiang Kai-shek in this timeline, so I don't know if he's like this gangster type leader that I heard him being more of a dictator, I don't know, than Sun Yat-sen, but I definitely support Sun Yat-sen. And Sun Yat-sen holding on to power is far better than the Qing government or a military dictatorship or whatever. And of course, seeing the destruction of the, and of course we already blamed the failure of the first expedition on imperialist traitors. So they are both the father and son of China. And this is fun. But we can stop this. We can stop the training. Right, we're almost ready. I like how the militias just get ready faster. This is gonna be good. Right. Report on the Jiangfu government. Song Qingling has been the acting governor of Fujian province and the Jiangfu zone for much of the last 10 years. The administration has, through creating a form of locally run one-party democracy, created an alternative vision for how the national revolution can be done that opposes the top-down nature of the Wang Jingwu program. Wang. Oh, our Wang. Minshang faction members criticized the idea of the Jiangfu program, expanded to all of China as being practical, but its implication has proven economically and militarily successful and very popular with Fujian province locals. Another token's resolution. Let's adopt a token resolution praising Song's administration. Officially recognized Jiangfu experiment as a success. We're just gonna praise it. Just gonna praise it. Review of the War of Five Provinces. Alright, now we're getting into more modern times. A review of the current status of the National Liberation Zone and its recent expansion out of Jiangfu after the last campaign has been drafted by the NRA. The general consensus of all involved advises caution in moving north against the Zili too soon. A majority of the NRA's old guard favors focusing on uniting southern China before daring across the HOI. The young guard and their allies in the civilian KMT such as Zhao Enlai advise an opportunistic stance towards an inevitable war between the Zili clique and itself, or Feng Tian. Favor regional unification. Gains Wiley Wang, which grants Chief Army static defense doctrine, division attrition, attachment speed, division defense. Remove National Spirit Insurgent Army, enable some extra militia ministers. Favor opportunism in the north. Gains Check Cheng, which grants Chief of Army elastic defense doctrine, supply consumption, remove National Spirit Insurgent Army military ministers. Don't interfere in the NRA's strategic plan. Move National Spirit Insurgent Army, enable some extra military ministers. Yeah, I think regional unification is better right now. Then we can strike at the, well, the Zillies are gone. Either way, the Zilli are gone. Qing absorbed them, so. Now I'm gonna favor regional unification. What ministers can I get? Oh, I'm gonna reshuffle my cabinet in the next episode. But now let's just finish this, as it's almost over. These guys are almost fully trained. This civil war is going okay. How did they land in Houston? Is it Houston or how? Election of the new KMT Central Committee. After a series of debates during the Congress, Wang Jingwei has secured his control over the Kuomintang and will now serve as the leader of the Republic. He will begin to implement the many reforms that were proposed to modernize our nation and to a force that can unify this broken country. Chairman Wang's policy is always right. Voices will change. KMT Minsheng becomes the ruling party. Public elections will not be held. And Lao Xiaoku shows. Okay. Right. Yeah. Here's the. Yeah, alright. We've finished our first Congress, which is amazing. Now we're gonna focus on uniting southern China. Let's read this and then end the video, stop it, whatever you want to call it. The Kuomintang must control or pacify the rest of southern China for any attempt to a second northern expedition. Expedition can take place to this end. The National Revolution Army must begin planning expedition against the remaining independent southern warlords with intelligence and special operations aid of the Zongdi-Chu. Alright. I'm gonna reshuffle my cabinet and see what we can do. Oh, we're the National Revolutionary Government now. No more the Kuomintang left. Oh, this is some advance, right? Alright, see you all in the next one.